Making a film about individuals with mental illness can be a challenging yet rewarding experience. It requires a deep understanding of the topic, sensitivity towards the characters, and a careful approach to storytelling. In this article, we will explore the process of making a psychological drama about individuals with mental illness, from the initial idea to the final product. The importance of research. Before beginning the scriptwriting process, it is crucial to conduct extensive research on mental illness. This includes understanding the causes, symptoms, and treatment of various mental health conditions. It is also important to read personal accounts of individuals with mental illness to gain insight into their experiences and perspectives. This research will allow the filmmakers to create a realistic and nuanced portrayal of the characters and their struggles. Developing the characters. Once the research is complete, the next step is to create the characters. The characters in a psychological drama should be complex and multidimensional, with unique personalities, backgrounds, and motivations. It is important to avoid stereotypes and instead create characters that are relatable and authentic. The protagonist of the film should be the individual with mental illness, and the story should focus on their journey towards recovery. It is important to show the individual as a whole person, not just as their diagnosis. Portraying their relationships, interests, and personality traits will make the character more relatable and human. Crafting the story. The story of a psychological drama should be compelling and emotionally engaging. It should take the audience on a journey of discovery, where they learn about the characters' struggles and triumphs. The story should also provide insight into mental illness and its impact on individuals and their families. The story should be grounded in realism, but it can also incorporate elements of fantasy or surrealism to convey the character's inner world. The use of symbolism and metaphors can also be effective in conveying the character's emotions and experiences. The script should be carefully crafted to ensure that it accurately portrays mental illness while avoiding stereotypes and harmful portrayals. It is important to consult with mental health professionals and individuals with lived experience to ensure that the script is respectful and accurate. Casting and directing. Once the script is complete, the filmmakers can move on to casting and directing. It is important to cast actors who can accurately portray the characters and their experiences. Actors with lived experience of mental illness can bring authenticity to their performances, but it is important to ensure that they are comfortable with the role and that it will not harm their mental health. The director should work closely with the actors to ensure that their performances are authentic and nuanced. This involves creating a safe and supportive environment where actors feel comfortable exploring their characters' emotions and experiences. It is also important to avoid stigmatizing language or behaviors on set. Filming and editing. During filming, it is important to create a visually engaging and emotionally impactful film. The use of lighting, sound, and camera angles can convey the characters' emotions and experiences. It is also important to focus on the small details that can make the film more immersive, such as the character's body language and facial expressions. During editing, the filmmakers can refine the story and ensure that it flows smoothly. This involves selecting the best takes, adding visual effects, and sound design. The filmmakers should also ensure that the film accurately portrays mental illness and its impact on individuals and their families. Marketing and distribution. After completing the film, the next step is to market and distribute it. It is important to target the right audience, such as mental health professionals, advocates, and individuals with lived experience of mental illness. Film festivals and special screenings can also be effective in reaching a broader audience and generating buzz. It is important to create a marketing strategy that is respectful and accurate in its portrayal of mental illness. The filmmakers should also ensure that the film is accessible to individuals with disabilities, such as closed captions or audio descriptions. Once the film has been marketed, it can be distributed through various platforms, such as theaters, streaming services, or DVD sales. It is important to choose the right platform to reach the intended audience and generate revenue for the film. Impact and feedback. The impact of the film can be measured by its reception and feedback from the audience. It is important to listen to feedback and engage in meaningful dialogue with individuals who have watched the film. The filmmakers can also use feedback to improve their future work and continue to raise awareness about mental illness. The impact of the film can also be measured by its ability to change attitudes and perceptions of mental illness. By creating a realistic and nuanced portrayal of mental illness, the film can reduce stigma and promote empathy and understanding. Collaboration and advocacy. Making a film about mental illness can also involve collaboration with mental health organizations and advocates. These partnerships can provide valuable resources and expertise in creating an accurate and respectful portrayal of mental illness. Mental health organizations can also help promote the film and raise awareness about mental illness. Advocacy can also be an important part of the filmmaking process. By advocating for mental health reform and policy changes, the filmmakers can create a larger impact and promote change at a systemic level. Advocacy can involve partnering with mental health organizations, engaging with policymakers, or using the film as a tool for education and outreach. Ethical considerations. Filmmakers should also consider the ethical implications of making a film about mental illness. It is important to obtain informed consent from individuals with lived experience of mental illness and ensure that their privacy and dignity are respected. It is also important to avoid exploiting the experiences of individuals with mental illness for entertainment purposes. Filmmakers should also consider the potential impact of the film on individuals with mental illness and their families. It is important to include resources and support for individuals who may be affected by the film, such as crisis hotlines or mental health services. Final thoughts. Making a film about mental illness can be a challenging yet rewarding experience. By conducting research, developing complex characters, and crafting a compelling story, filmmakers can create a powerful and impactful film that promotes empathy and understanding towards individuals with mental illness. Collaboration with mental health organizations and advocacy can also create a larger impact and promote change at a systemic level. Making a documentary film about ethnic culture is a challenging task that requires a lot of planning, research, and creativity. In this article, we will guide you through the steps to create a successful documentary film that showcases the rich cultural heritage of ethnic groups. Step 1. Choose a topic and research. The first step in creating a documentary film is to choose a topic that you are passionate about and that has a strong cultural significance. This could be a particular ethnic group, a traditional art form, or a cultural festival. Once you have selected your topic, it is essential to conduct thorough research to gather as much information as possible. This could involve reading books, watching existing documentaries, and conducting interviews with experts and members of the local community. Step 2. Develop a concept and storyline. Once you have gathered enough information, it's time to develop a concept and storyline for your documentary. This involves deciding on the narrative structure, the themes you want to explore, and the key messages you want to convey to your audience. It is important to have a clear idea of your target audience and what you hope to achieve with your film. For example, do you want to raise awareness of a particular issue or celebrate the unique cultural heritage of a community? Step 3. Create a script and storyboard. With your concept and storyline in place, it's time to start creating a script and storyboard. This is where you map out the shots and scenes you want to capture, along with any dialogue or narration. Your storyboard should include a shot list, indicating the type of shot, camera angle, and any additional information such as lighting and sound. This will help you to plan your shoot and ensure you capture all the footage you need. Step 4. Plan your shoot. With your script and storyboard complete, it's time to start planning your shoot. This involves deciding on locations, equipment, and crew. When selecting locations, it's important to think about the visual impact and cultural significance of the places you choose. You may need to obtain permits or permissions to film in certain locations, so it's important to start this process well in advance. In terms of equipment, you will need a high-quality camera, sound recording equipment, and lighting if necessary. You may also need additional crew members such as a director of photography, sound engineer, and production assistant. Step 5. Conduct interviews and capture footage. Once you have everything in place, it's time to start capturing footage. This could involve conducting interviews with members of the local community, filming cultural events and festivals, or capturing day-to-day life in the community. When conducting interviews, it's important to make your subjects feel comfortable and relaxed. This will help to ensure they give their best responses and provide you with valuable insights into their culture and way of life. Step 6. Review and edit your footage. Once you have captured all your footage, it's time to review and edit it. This involves selecting the best shots and sound bites, and arranging them in a way that tells a compelling story. When editing your footage, it's important to keep your target audience in mind. You may need to make adjustments to ensure your film is accessible and engaging for your intended viewers. Step 7. Add music and sound effects. Along with visuals, music and sound effects can play a crucial role in creating the right atmosphere and emotional impact for your film. You may want to consider hiring a composer or music supervisor to help you select the right music for your film. Step 8. Color grading and sound mixing. The final step in creating your documentary film is color grading and sound mixing. This involves adjusting the color and tone of your footage to create a consistent look and feel, as well as balancing the sound levels to ensure a clear and crisp audio experience. In addition to the steps outlined above, there are a few other considerations to keep in mind when creating a documentary film about ethnic culture. Firstly, it's important to consider the ethics of documentary filmmaking. When filming members of a community, it's essential to obtain their informed consent and to ensure they are comfortable with how they are being portrayed in the film. It's also important to avoid stereotypes and to present a balanced and respectful portrayal of the community you are documenting. Another important consideration is distribution and marketing. Once your film is complete, you will need to think about how you will distribute and promote it. This could involve submitting it to film festivals, arranging screenings in local communities, or working with distributors to secure a wider distribution. Finally, it's worth noting that documentary filmmaking is a collaborative process. While you may have a clear vision for your film, it's important to be open to feedback and suggestions from others, including your crew, interview subjects, and potential audience members. This will help you to create a film that resonates with people and has a lasting impact. One more important aspect of creating a documentary film about ethnic culture is to ensure that the film is accessible to a diverse audience. This means considering factors such as language, cultural context, and the level of prior knowledge that viewers may have about the community and its traditions. If your film is in a language other than English, it's important to provide subtitles or dubbing to make it accessible to a wider audience. You may also need to consider the use of cultural references and how they will be understood by viewers from different backgrounds. Furthermore, it's important to consider the educational value of your film. A documentary film about ethnic culture can serve as a powerful tool for education and cultural exchange, helping to promote greater understanding and appreciation of different cultures and traditions. You may want to consider partnering with educational institutions or community organizations to promote your film and use it as a teaching resource. Another important consideration is the role of technology in documentary filmmaking. With advances in technology, it's now possible to create high-quality films using relatively affordable equipment. This has opened up opportunities for filmmakers from diverse backgrounds to tell their stories and share their perspectives with a global audience. However, it's important to balance the use of technology with an understanding of the cultural and social context in which the film is being made. For example, in some communities, the use of cameras or other recording equipment may be seen as invasive or disrespectful. It's important to be sensitive to these concerns and to work with local communities to ensure that the filmmaking process is respectful and collaborative. Another important consideration in creating a documentary film about ethnic culture is the importance of authenticity. Authenticity means staying true to the culture and traditions of the community you are documenting, while also recognizing the role of subjectivity in documentary filmmaking. To ensure authenticity, it's important to work closely with members of the community and to seek their input and feedback throughout the filmmaking process. This could involve consulting with community leaders, historians, or cultural experts, as well as conducting focus groups or screenings for members of the community. Introduction. Film is a powerful medium for storytelling, and it can be particularly effective when it comes to educational content. Universities and colleges have long used film to convey information to their students, but with the rise of online learning, there is now a greater need for high-quality educational videos that can be accessed by students anywhere and anytime. In this article, we'll explore some of the techniques that can be used to create compelling educational films. Pre-production. Before any filming can take place, it's important to plan out the project thoroughly. This includes determining the subject matter of the film, identifying the target audience, and creating a script. Subject matter. The subject matter of the film is perhaps the most important consideration. The film should be focused on a specific topic and should provide valuable information to the viewer. In the case of an educational film about university or college, the subject matter could include topics such as study skills, time management, or career planning. Target audience. Once the subject matter has been identified, it's important to consider the target audience. Who is the film intended for? Is it aimed at current students, prospective students, or both? Understanding the target audience is essential for creating content that will resonate with them. Script. The script is the blueprint for the film. It should outline the main points that will be covered and provide a structure for the film. The script can also include dialogue that will be spoken on camera, as well as any voiceover narration. Production. Once the pre-production phase is complete, it's time to start filming. There are several techniques that can be used to create a compelling educational film. Interviews. Interviews are a great way to convey information in a conversational and engaging way. For an educational film about university or college, interviews could be conducted with professors, students, or alumni. The interviewees can provide insights into their experiences and offer advice to viewers. B-roll. B-roll refers to footage that is used to supplement the main footage. This can include shots of the campus, classrooms, or students engaged in various activities. B-roll is important for keeping the viewer engaged and providing visual interest. Animation. Animation can be a useful tool for explaining complex concepts in a clear and engaging way. For example, an animated sequence could be used to illustrate the process of applying for financial aid or the workings of a particular scientific concept. Animation can also be used to create a cohesive visual style for the film. Post-production. Once filming is complete, it's time to edit the footage together into a cohesive film. This involves selecting the best footage, adding any necessary voiceover narration or music, and adding any special effects or animation. Editing. The editing process is where the film really comes together. The editor will select the best footage and arrange it in a way that tells a compelling story. They will also add any necessary voiceover narration or music to enhance the viewing experience. Special effects. Special effects can be used to add visual interest to the film. This might include adding text overlays, using split screens, or incorporating animation. Music. Music can also be used to enhance the viewing experience. The right music can help to set the tone and create an emotional connection with the viewer. Distribution and promotion. Once the film is complete, it's important to ensure that it reaches the intended audience. This involves both distribution and promotion. Distribution. There are a number of different channels that can be used to distribute educational films. These might include university or college websites, YouTube channels, or online learning platforms. It's important to ensure that the chosen distribution channels are accessible to the target audience. Promotion. Promotion is essential for ensuring that the film reaches as many people as possible. This might involve promoting the film on social media, through email marketing campaigns, or through partnerships with other organizations. It's important to ensure that the promotion strategy is targeted towards the intended audience. Evaluation. Once the film has been distributed and promoted, it's important to evaluate its impact. This can be done through a variety of different methods, such as surveys or focus groups. Evaluation can help to identify areas for improvement and ensure that future films are even more effective. TFTUC Va Kong Trung Lap. Challenges and solutions. While creating an educational film about university or college can be a rewarding experience, it's not without its challenges. Here are some common challenges that filmmakers might encounter and solutions for addressing them. Challenge: keeping the content engaging and relevant. Solution: it's important to keep the content engaging and relevant to the target audience. This might involve incorporating real-life examples, providing practical tips and advice, or using humor to keep viewers engaged. Challenge: limited budget. Solution: educational films can be created on a range of budgets. To keep costs down, filmmakers can use affordable equipment and software, collaborate with other organizations or individuals, or seek out grant funding. Challenge: technical difficulties. Solution: technical difficulties can be frustrating, but they're not uncommon. Filmmakers can prepare for technical difficulties by having backup equipment and software, and by conducting test runs before filming. Challenge: reaching the intended audience. Solution: it's important to promote the film through channels that are accessible to the target audience. This might involve partnering with universities or colleges, promoting the film on social media, or using targeted email marketing campaigns. Making a film about the life of a celebrity, a comprehensive guide. Making a film about the life of a celebrity is no easy task. It requires extensive research, careful planning, and a keen eye for detail. In this article, we will explore the steps involved in creating a compelling film about the life of a famous person. Step 1: Research. The first step in creating a film about the life of a celebrity is to do your research. This involves gathering as much information as possible about the person's life, including their childhood, family background, career, and personal life. You can start by reading biographies, interviews, and news articles about the person. You can also watch documentaries or films that have been made about them. It is important to have a clear understanding of the person's life and their impact on society before starting to write the script. This will help you to create a compelling narrative that accurately reflects their life and legacy. Step 2: Writing the script. Once you have completed your research, it is time to write the script. The script is the foundation of any film and is essential to telling the story of the celebrity's life. The script should be well researched and structured to reflect the key events in the person's life. When writing the script, it is important to consider the tone and style of the film. Will it be a serious drama or a light-hearted comedy? Will it be a traditional biopic or a more experimental film? The style of the film should reflect the personality and legacy of the celebrity. Step 3: Casting. The next step is to cast the actors who will play the roles of the celebrity and their family members, friends, and colleagues. Casting is crucial to the success of the film, as the actors must be able to accurately portray the personalities and mannerisms of the real-life characters. When casting the lead role, it is important to choose an actor who not only resembles the celebrity but also has the acting ability to bring their character to life. Supporting roles should also be carefully cast to ensure that the actors can accurately portray the real-life characters. Step 4: Pre-production. Once the script and casting have been finalized, pre-production can begin. This involves location scouting, costume design, and set design. The aim is to create a realistic portrayal of the celebrity's life and the era in which they lived. Location scouting involves finding suitable locations for filming, such as the celebrity's childhood home or the locations where key events in their life took place. Costume design involves creating costumes that accurately reflect the fashion of the time period. Set design involves creating sets that accurately reflect the era, such as a 1960s living room or a 1980s nightclub. Step 5: Production. The production phase involves actually filming the movie. This typically involves a crew of directors, cinematographers, sound engineers, and other professionals. The aim is to capture the scenes and events from the script in a visually compelling way. During production, it is important to maintain accuracy and attention to detail. This means using props and costumes that are appropriate for the time period and ensuring that the actors accurately portray the real-life characters. Step 6: Post-production. Once filming is complete, post-production can begin. This involves editing the footage, adding sound effects and music, and creating special effects. The aim is to create a polished and professional final product. During post-production, it is important to remain true to the story and accurately reflect the life of the celebrity. This means avoiding sensationalism or exaggeration and focusing on the key events and personalities that shaped their life. Step 7: Distribution. The final step in creating a film about the life of a celebrity is distribution. This involves finding a distributor who will help to promote and distribute the film to cinemas and other platforms. Marketing is crucial to the success of the film, as it will help to generate buzz and attract audiences. This can involve creating trailers, posters, and other promotional materials that accurately reflect the tone and style of the film. Step 8: Screening and feedback. Before the film is released to the public, it is important to hold test screenings to get feedback from a diverse group of viewers. This can help identify any issues with the pacing, tone, or accuracy of the film. Feedback can also help identify areas where the film can be improved. Step 9: Final touches and release. Based on the feedback received, the final touches can be made to the film. This can involve reshooting certain scenes, editing the pacing, or reworking the script. Once all the final touches have been made, the film can be released to the public. Step 10: Promotion and marketing. After the release of the film, it is important to continue promoting and marketing it to ensure that it reaches a wide audience. This can involve interviews with the cast and crew, social media campaigns, and other promotional activities. It is also important to engage with the audience and respond to any feedback or criticism. This can help build a loyal fan base and generate positive word of mouth. Step 11. Dealing with legal issues. When making a film about a celebrity, it is important to ensure that all legal issues are addressed. This can include obtaining the necessary permissions to use copyrighted material, such as music or photographs, and avoiding any defamation or invasion of privacy. It is also important to consult with legal experts to ensure that the film does not infringe on any intellectual property rights or violate any laws related to the use of a person's likeness or personal information. Step 12. Cultural sensitivity. When creating a film about the life of a celebrity, it is important to be culturally sensitive. This means avoiding stereotypes or offensive portrayals of the celebrity or any groups they are associated with. It is important to consult with experts and members of the community to ensure that the film accurately and respectfully portrays the culture and experiences of the celebrity and the people around them. Step 13. Honoring the legacy of the celebrity. Creating a film about the life of a celebrity is not just about entertainment, it is also about honoring their legacy. It is important to accurately reflect the impact that the celebrity had on society and the world at large. Technology has revolutionized the way we capture and share information, and it has undoubtedly transformed the world of filmmaking. Whether it's a Hollywood blockbuster or a documentary about science and technology, the quality of the footage and the way it is presented can make or break the success of a film. In this article, we will explore the technical aspects of filmmaking that are essential for creating visually stunning films about science and technology. The camera. The camera is the most critical tool in any filmmaker's kit. A camera's technical specifications determine the quality of the footage it captures. High-end cameras like the Red and Arri are the gold standard in the industry, but they come with a hefty price tag. However, with advances in technology, even consumer-level cameras like the Sony A7S III or the Canon EOS R5 can produce cinematic footage that can be used in professional settings. When it comes to science and technology films, the camera's ability to capture details is crucial. This is where the camera's sensor size and resolution come into play. A larger sensor size means better low light performance, while a higher resolution allows for more detail in the footage. The choice of lens is also essential in capturing high-quality footage. A wide-angle lens can capture a broader view, while a telephoto lens can zoom in on a specific detail. Lighting. Lighting is the next critical aspect of filmmaking. Lighting sets the tone and mood of a scene and can highlight or hide specific details. In science and technology films, lighting can be used to emphasize the importance of a particular detail or to create a futuristic and technologically advanced atmosphere. There are several types of lighting setups, including three-point lighting, soft lighting, and hard lighting. Three-point lighting is the most common setup, consisting of a key light, a fill light, and a backlight. Soft lighting is used to create a gentle, diffused light with no harsh shadows, while hard lighting creates sharp, defined shadows. Sound. Sound is often an overlooked aspect of filmmaking, but it is just as important as the visuals. Sound can create an emotional response in the viewer and can be used to add depth and dimension to a scene. In science and technology films, sound is essential in creating a futuristic and technologically advanced atmosphere. There are two main types of sound in film: diegetic and non-diegetic. Diegetic sound is sound that is part of the scene, such as dialogue or background noise. Non-diegetic sound is sound that is added in post-production, such as music or sound effects. Both types of sound are essential in creating a cohesive and immersive viewing experience. Editing. The final step in the filmmaking process is editing. Editing is where the footage is pieced together to create a cohesive narrative. In science and technology films, editing is essential in presenting complex and technical information in an easily digestible format. There are several types of editing techniques, including cutaways, cross-cutting, and match cuts. Cutaways are used to break up a scene and show a different angle or detail. Cross-cutting is used to show two different scenes happening simultaneously, while match cuts are used to create a seamless transition between two different scenes. Color grading. Color grading is the process of adjusting the colors in footage to create a specific look or mood. It can be used to enhance the visual aesthetic of a film and create a cohesive and consistent look throughout. In science and technology films, color grading can be used to create a futuristic and technologically advanced atmosphere. There are several types of color grading techniques, including color correction, color grading, and color matching. Color correction is used to fix any color imbalances or inconsistencies in the footage. Color grading is used to enhance the colors and create a specific look or mood. Color matching is used to match the color of different shots to create a consistent look throughout the film. Special effects. Special effects are used to create visual elements that cannot be achieved through practical means. In science and technology films, special effects can be used to create futuristic technology or to visualize scientific concepts and theories. There are two types of special effects: practical effects and digital effects. Practical effects are created using physical props and materials, while digital effects are created using computer-generated imagery, CGI. Both types of effects are essential in creating a visually stunning and immersive film. Storyboarding. Storyboarding is the process of creating a visual representation of the film before it is shot. It is a critical step in the pre-production process and allows filmmakers to plan and visualize the shots and scenes in the film. Storyboarding can be done using traditional sketches or using digital tools like storyboarding software. It allows filmmakers to experiment with different shot compositions and camera angles and helps to create a cohesive and consistent visual style throughout the film. Location and set design. The location and set design are crucial in creating a visually stunning film. The location sets the scene and can create an immersive environment for the viewer. In science and technology films, the location can be used to create a futuristic and technologically advanced atmosphere. The set design is also essential in creating a visually stunning film. It can be used to create a specific mood or atmosphere and can enhance the visual aesthetic of a film. In science and technology films, the set design can be used to create futuristic technology or to visualize scientific concepts and theories. Cinematography. Cinematography is the art and technique of capturing moving images on film or digital media. It is a critical aspect of filmmaking and can be used to create a visually stunning and immersive film. In science and technology films, cinematography can be used to create a futuristic and technologically advanced atmosphere. There are several types of cinematography techniques, including handheld shots, dolly shots, and crane shots. Handheld shots are used to create a sense of intimacy and immediacy, while dolly shots are used to create a smooth and fluid movement. Crane shots are used to create a sense of grandeur and scale. Virtual reality. Virtual reality, VR, is an emerging technology that allows users to experience a simulated environment. Environmental issues and nature conservation have become increasingly important topics in today's society. As a result, many filmmakers have turned their attention to these subjects, hoping to raise awareness and encourage people to take action to protect our planet. In this article, we will discuss the process of filming a movie about the environment and nature conservation, including the pre-production, production, and post-production phases. Pre-production phase. Before filming can begin, a lot of planning and preparation is necessary. In the pre-production phase, the filmmaker will develop the concept for the movie and write the script. This process can take several months or even years, depending on the complexity of the story and the research required. During this phase, the filmmaker must also decide on the locations for filming. Choosing the right locations is crucial for conveying the message of the film. For a movie about the environment and nature conservation, the locations should be natural settings that highlight the beauty of our planet, as well as areas that have been affected by environmental degradation. In addition, the filmmaker must assemble a team of professionals to help bring the project to life. This includes hiring a director, cinematographer, sound engineer, and other crew members. It is important to hire people who are passionate about the subject matter and who have experience working on similar projects. Production phase. Once the pre-production phase is complete, it is time to start filming. During the production phase, the crew will spend several weeks or months on location, capturing footage and recording sound. It is important to plan ahead and be prepared for unexpected challenges that may arise during filming, such as bad weather or equipment malfunctions. When filming a movie about the environment and nature conservation, it is important to respect the natural environment and avoid causing any damage. The crew should follow all local laws and regulations, and take steps to minimize their impact on the environment. This may include using eco-friendly equipment and transportation, and avoiding areas that are sensitive or protected. Post-production phase. After filming is complete, the movie enters the post-production phase. During this phase, the footage is edited and the sound is mixed. The editor works closely with the director to shape the story and create a compelling narrative that will engage and inspire viewers. In addition, the filmmaker may choose to add special effects or animation to enhance the visual appeal of the movie. This can be particularly effective for portraying complex environmental processes or illustrating the impact of human activities on the natural world. The post-production phase also includes the creation of the soundtrack and the addition of any voiceover or narration. The soundtrack is an important element in setting the tone and mood of the movie, and can help to convey the emotions and messages of the film. In addition to the technical aspects of filming, it is important to consider the message and themes of the movie. A movie about the environment and nature conservation can be a powerful tool for raising awareness and inspiring action, but it is important to approach the subject matter with sensitivity and respect. One way to do this is to focus on the positive actions that individuals and communities can take to make a difference. Rather than simply highlighting environmental problems, the movie can showcase real-world solutions and success stories. This can help to inspire viewers and give them a sense of hope and empowerment, rather than leaving them feeling overwhelmed or helpless. Another important consideration is the target audience for the movie. Depending on the intended audience, the movie may need to be tailored to meet their specific interests and needs. For example, a movie aimed at children may use simpler language and focus on playful and engaging visuals, while a movie aimed at policymakers may need to be more data-driven and analytical. Ultimately, the success of a movie about the environment and nature conservation depends on its ability to engage and inspire viewers. The movie should not only inform viewers about environmental issues, but also encourage them to take action and make a positive difference in their own lives and communities. Tiek tuc va kong trung lap. It is also important to consider the cultural and social context in which the movie will be viewed. Different communities and cultures may have different perspectives on environmental issues, and the movie should take these into account. For example, a movie about water pollution may need to address the specific concerns and challenges faced by communities living near polluted rivers or lakes. Another important consideration is the use of diverse voices and perspectives in the movie. Environmental issues affect people from all walks of life, and it is important to include a range of voices and perspectives in the movie. This can help to ensure that the movie is inclusive and representative of the diverse communities that are impacted by environmental issues. Finally, promoting the movie and reaching a wide audience is crucial for its success. This can involve traditional marketing and distribution channels, as well as social media and online platforms. The movie can also be used as a tool for advocacy and education, by partnering with environmental organizations and community groups to organize screenings and discussions. One aspect that filmmakers should also consider when filming a movie about the environment and nature conservation is the use of scientific information and research. The accuracy of scientific information can significantly impact the credibility of the movie, and it is important to ensure that the information presented is up-to-date and supported by reliable sources. Incorporating scientific research into the movie can also add depth and complexity to the story. For example, a movie about climate change could include interviews with climate scientists or use data visualization to illustrate the impacts of rising global temperatures. By incorporating scientific information, the movie can help viewers to better understand complex environmental issues and the urgency of taking action. Another key consideration is the use of storytelling techniques to engage viewers emotionally. By using compelling characters and personal stories, the movie can connect with viewers on a deeper level and inspire them to take action. For example, a movie about deforestation could follow the journey of a community that depends on the forest for their livelihoods, highlighting the human impacts of environmental degradation. Finally, the movie should encourage viewers to take action and make a difference. This can involve providing information on how individuals can reduce their environmental impact, as well as advocating for policy changes and community initiatives. By empowering viewers to take action, the movie can have a lasting impact and contribute to a more sustainable future. Another important consideration when filming a movie about the environment and nature conservation is the use of visual storytelling techniques. The power of images and visuals to convey complex ideas and emotions is well known, and filmmakers can use this to their advantage when creating a movie about the environment. Steps to create a documentary about local culture. Creating a documentary film on a local cultural topic can be a challenging yet rewarding endeavor. It requires a great deal of planning, research, and coordination to successfully produce a high-quality film that accurately captures the essence of the topic. In this article, we will explore the steps involved in creating a documentary film on a local cultural topic. Step 1: Choose a topic. The first step in creating a documentary film on a local cultural topic is to choose a subject that is of interest to you and your intended audience. This could be a local festival, a traditional craft, or a historical site. Once you have chosen your topic, research it thoroughly to ensure that it is a viable subject for a documentary film. Step 2: Research the topic. Research is a critical component of creating a documentary film. It is important to gather as much information about the topic as possible to ensure that the film accurately reflects the subject matter. This may include conducting interviews with experts, visiting local archives and libraries, and studying relevant books and articles. Step 3: Develop a storyline. Once you have gathered sufficient research, it is time to develop a storyline for your documentary film. This involves identifying the key themes and messages that you want to convey to your audience, as well as deciding on the structure and format of the film. It is important to keep in mind that a good documentary film should have a clear narrative arc that engages and informs the audience. Step 4: Create a production plan. Creating a production plan is essential to ensure that your documentary film is produced efficiently. This plan should include a timeline for pre-production, production, and post-production, as well as a budget and a list of the equipment and personnel required. It is also important to consider any logistical issues that may arise during production, such as permits, location scouting, and travel arrangements. Step 5: Gather footage. Gathering footage is a crucial part of producing a documentary film. This may involve filming interviews with experts and local residents, capturing footage of cultural events, or filming local landmarks and attractions. It is important to have a clear idea of the shots and angles that you want to capture, as well as a backup plan in case of unforeseen circumstances. Step 6: Edit the footage. Once you have gathered all of the footage, it is time to edit the film. This involves selecting the best shots and arranging them in a way that tells a compelling story. It is important to keep in mind the narrative arc that you developed in the planning phase, as well as the key themes and messages that you want to convey to your audience. It is also important to consider the pacing of the film and the use of music and other sound effects to enhance the viewing experience. Step 7: Add post-production elements. After the footage has been edited, it is time to add post-production elements such as voiceovers, music, and sound effects. This can help to enhance the emotional impact of the film and make it more engaging for the audience. It is important to strike a balance between these elements and the footage itself, as well as to ensure that the final product is polished and professional. Step 8: Distribute the film. Once your documentary film is complete, it is time to distribute it to your intended audience. This may involve submitting it to film festivals, screening it at local events, or releasing it online. It is important to have a clear plan for distribution and to consider any marketing or promotional activities that may be necessary to reach your target audience. Step 9: Consider legal issues. Before distributing your documentary film, it is important to consider any legal issues that may arise. This includes securing the necessary permissions and releases for any footage or interviews that you have captured, as well as ensuring that the film does not infringe on any copyright or trademark laws. Step 10: Seek feedback. Once your documentary film has been completed and distributed, it is important to seek feedback from your audience. This can help you to identify areas for improvement and to refine your approach for future projects. It is also important to consider any criticisms or feedback that you receive and to use it constructively to improve your skills as a filmmaker. Step 11. Reflect on the experience. Creating a documentary film on a local cultural topic can be a challenging and rewarding experience. Once the project is complete, take the time to reflect on the process and to consider what you have learned. This can help you to identify areas for improvement and to refine your skills for future projects. Step 12. Continue learning. As with any creative endeavor, there is always room for improvement and growth. Consider taking classes or workshops to further develop your skills as a filmmaker and stay up to date with the latest trends and technologies in the industry. By continuing to learn and grow, you can continue to produce high-quality documentary films that engage and inform your audience. Step 13. Collaborate with others. Creating a documentary film can be a daunting task, and it often requires the collaboration of multiple individuals with different skills and expertise. Consider working with a team of professionals, such as a cinematographer, sound engineer, or editor, to ensure that your film is of the highest possible quality. Additionally, consider partnering with local cultural organizations or community groups to help promote and distribute your film. Step 14. Utilize technology. Advancements in technology have made it easier than ever to produce high-quality documentary films. Consider utilizing digital editing software, such as Final Cut Pro or Adobe Premiere, to help streamline the editing process and create a polished final product. Additionally, consider using social media platforms to promote and distribute your film, and to connect with potential collaborators and audience members. Step 15. Consider funding opportunities. Creating a documentary film can be an expensive undertaking, and securing funding is often necessary to cover costs such as equipment rentals, travel expenses, and post-production fees. Consider applying for grants or seeking out crowdfunding opportunities to help finance your project. Additionally, consider partnering with local businesses or organizations to secure sponsorships or donations. Step 16. Embrace creativity. While it is important to follow a structured plan when creating a documentary film, it is equally important to embrace creativity and take risks. Consider experimenting with different filming techniques, editing styles, and storytelling approaches to help your film stand out from the crowd. Additionally, be open to feedback and willing to make changes to your approach if necessary. Step 17. Be respectful. When creating a documentary film on a local cultural topic, it is important to be respectful of the individuals and communities that you are representing. Take the time to build relationships with local residents and experts, and approach your subject matter with sensitivity and empathy. Additionally, be mindful of cultural traditions and practices, and seek guidance from local experts if necessary. Step 18. Celebrate diversity. Documentary films have the power to educate and inspire, and they provide a platform for diverse voices and perspectives to be heard. When creating a documentary film on a local cultural topic, celebrate the diversity of the individuals and communities that you are representing, and strive to create a film that is inclusive and representative of different viewpoints and experiences. Step 19. Plan for distribution. Once your documentary film is complete, it is important to plan for its distribution.